everybody, my name is Brandon, aka The Goose, and today I received my Loupedeck Live. Now the reason I chose this over an Elgato Stream Deck is mainly its versatility. As you may or may not know, as well as being a streamer, I'm also a musician and songwriter, so I'm always using all kinds of recording and music production software, so I think the knobs that you'll see on the side of this when we open it up will be a lot more conducive to. I can use them to change volumes or pans or effects levels, all kinds of things. And I think it'll be a lot more beneficial for other creative tools like video editing softwares. I know I'll be using it for Pretzel Rocks, the music player I use on my Be Right Back screen on my streams. I like to fade the volume in and out. That I think the knob will be a lot more beneficial for. So without further ado, let's get this thing opened up and see what we got in the box. All right, so the first thing I noticed about this is how small the box actually is. But I think that's going to be better for me because it will take up less desk space, which as a streamer, you know, I got a lot of gear. And we don't have to worry about running out of buttons or the buttons being too small or anything like that because we can set up multiple pages of buttons on the touch screen of this. Let's get this thing opened up. All right. So we got our little quick guide, our warranty information, compliance information, all that good stuff. I usually set that to the side because I can mostly figure things out. And it should be pretty much plug and play. Everything should be done in the software. All right. We got the unit itself here. It's got a nice feel to it. I believe that is... Yeah, that is a metal faceplate. The body of it is all plastic, but it's what I expected. So to get a reference to the size, these little squares right here are in centimeter or 10 centimeters wide each. So let's see, how big is it? It's about, let's say about 150 centimeters wide there. What else we got in the box? Let's set this up here. This is probably just the USB cable. Yep. So these actually are each individual buttons here, and we can program them through the software to different things. It's just the same as you would see on a Stream Deck, but we have these buttons that rotate infinitely. So they might be mapped to pretty much anything, and it just picks up wherever it left off. And they also click in. That's, I guess, can be mapped to another something else. So they're basically buttons on their own. And then down here, I believe, is where we switch our pages. So one thing I didn't notice until I looked through the quick guide, this thing down here is actually a stand. I thought it was a piece of cardboard. It's actually a plastic stand that goes on here like this. And it's got these hooks here that you snap over the top to secure it. If I can get it, there's one. There's two. There it goes. It's not going anywhere. So let's get the things plugged up and get the software running. Alright, so the USB cable that comes with it, it's very nice. It's a braided cable. It's got this angle one to go in there. It says, I got the Loupedeck logo on it right there, but it's only about 3 feet long, which is too short to reach my computer from where it's sitting. Luckily, I have this cable that's already plugged up that came with my Xbox Elite controller, so let's get it plugged in here. Lights up. Got these nice little displays here. That looks really cool. So then, I'm going to bring up loupedeck.com. And this is their homepage here. It's got all these the top compatible apps here. I see Ableton Live, which is one of the music production softwares I use. You got OBS, Streamlabs, all the Adobe tools here, Twitch, all kinds of different things. Even the Philips Hue, the nice color changing Philips lights. It's got some kind of functionality with that. But I want to go up here to support. Open up a new window. Down here to downloads. And get the Loupedeck software right here. Alright, so I had actually closed OBS to get it to install properly. I guess it has some kind of drivers or profiles by default for OBS, which is nice. So once I did get it installed, it popped up with this little greeting screen. Let's go through this. Let's see, which am I going to use this for? Streaming, video, audio, music production. No profiles now included with the setup. All right. Assign, swap, and remove actions with the drag icon, with the drag and drop. All right. Oh, cool. So I'm moving back and forth with these. I also have a press function, which I mentioned earlier when I opened it up. Touch bars assigned to action dials. All right, let's go next. Dial buttons can be grouped into workspaces, which I also mentioned down here. We choose our different pages. Quickly swap between them. Also assign commonly used actions to round buttons that remain constant when switching between workspaces. That's nice. Home button to quickly access your home workspace. A variety of profiles for different applications. By default, Loupedeck will dynamically change the profiles based on active applications. That's nice. By turning off dynamic mode, your Loupedeck will remain in the selected profile regardless of active window. So looking at the buttons here, the default buttons here, it looks like some nice things. We got clock here. Oh, it's got like some haptics rumble going on here. I guess there's nothing I can really do with that. I can change my volume. Look at that. I can mute OBS. I can mute my main audio, mute my PC sounds, mute Voice Lab, all kinds of cool things. I just Alt-Tab button. That's nice. I can just Alt-Tab to whatever I want. Oh, that's cool. So let's go through. It looks like I already have some profiles here. Let's see. Links for YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, Gmail. So these are showing me what these dials are mapped to. That's my overall volume. So this is, I'm not sure what, okay, oh, I can switch my screens. That's cool. That's really cool. So up here you can see a few different apps here, desktop, navigation, custom, and then we have the OBS, Philips Hue, Spotify, Streamlabs, and Twitch up here. Then it has a list of all the different actions I can bind to a button over here. So to add a scene, by default there's no scene, so you have to hit this plus button here to actually add an action to switch to a certain scene. So let's go ahead and get my intro mapped here. Map it to intro. Create icon. I guess I could change the icon here. I don't know if I have a, let's see what, maybe I can just use my logo here. There it is. All right. Look at that. Add a new page down here. Put the intro there. So let's do another scene. Let's go to, let's see what I got here. In game. That. Oh, so Elgato even has on their website an actual key creator. Add my logo. Put text. All right, so I have all my scenes that I use on OBS mapped to a button here. It was really easy to get set up. It took a little bit to figure out, but just because there's so many different things you can do with it. But once I got the hang of it, I was just adding scenes in seconds. Let's give these some of these a press and see if we get it working. Let's go to we got that. Oh, look at that BRB screen. Oh, look at all that. Beautiful. All right, so I've had a chance to actually get into this a little bit more, gotten a chance to use it on a couple of streams. I have to say, I absolutely love it so far. It's everything I expected it to be. I can't wait to use it in even more applications. I have, so one thing I didn't mention before, you might have noticed that when I was creating groups, or creating a page, I actually did it right here. That's not what I wanted to do to map it to these buttons. What I actually had to do is go up here to the workspaces and create new, and you want to create a new workspace for every page you want to create, you want to put over here. And what that will do is will bring it over to navigation and workspaces, and here is where all these workspaces that are listed here are going to appear, and you drag it to whichever button you want it to be on. I already have these all set, so I'm not going to do that. And that will allow you to switch to different pages on here. But as you can see, I have quite a few pages set up now. I got my whole stream set up. I have it, all my audio mutes here, all my scenes up here. I can mute and deafen Discord. Now, that's one thing I wanted to point out. So one thing I didn't really realize going into this is that you can control any program pretty much that you want, but the ones that aren't natively supported by Loupedeck right now, you have to create custom commands right up here, custom actions, and you have to map those to your keybinds to whatever program you're trying to control. So like for instance, let me pull up VoiceMod. That's what I had to do it a lot in. All of these here, let's go to my voices. I have keybinds shortcuts set in VoiceMod, and I created a custom action that was a macro that corresponded to each of those keybinds. It really wasn't all that difficult. It just took a little bit to figure out since I was kind of just going at this blind, but I was able to pretty easily get it figured out and got everything mapped. You do want to make sure that your keybinds that you're setting obviously don't overlap, like you don't want to accidentally trigger something else in game or anything like that. But if you put something that's a little complex that you're not going to accidentally hit, you should be just fine. One thing I did notice, the only program that has happened, this has happened to me so far, is Discord, but I'm sure there are other programs that this little bug happens, is that in Discord, for whatever reason, it will not, these buttons will not trigger unless I have Discord specifically targeted. So let me bring Discord up here. Go into right here. So right now I have Discord active. I have it focused, so these are working just fine. As you can see, the deafen and the mute are working. But if I were to click back on Loupedeck, let me see if I can do a side-by-side here so we can still see Discord. So if I don't have Discord, and it doesn't matter what other window I have, if I don't have Discord specifically focused, it will not activate. Well, I guess it's cut off right there, but let's do it like that. As you can see, I'm pressing it and it will not activate unless I have Discord and focus. Now, so far for me, Discord's the only one that's done it. It is not natively supported, so these are, as I was saying before, these are some custom actions that, for whatever reason, the keybinds just aren't going through when Discord is not in focus. Everything else I've used it so far for, I've used it very extensively in OBS and in Streamlabs so far, and I haven't had any issues in game while I'm streaming. Doesn't have to be in focus. It works. It's absolutely amazing so far. It's been very, very helpful. I can show you these pages I have set up, so I can very quickly and easily switch to things on VoiceMod. I can do the hear myself option. It's a little hard to talk with that. It's hard to talk when I can hear myself, but I can go to all my presets. We can go to Space Core really quick. Claptrap. 8-bit. very difficult to talk while I can hear myself, but you get the idea. I also have my soundboard going through here, and this is a lot of fun. Just can do all kinds of things. You get the idea. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it, as you can see, and you can only imagine the possibilities with the fact that you can just set keybinds to whatever program you have and set macros to a button, and then you can customize whatever you want the button to look like. I created a lot of these icons in Elgato's Stream Key Creator. They have a nice little tool there. I showed a little bit that early on in the video. It's very easy to use, very useful. Can get things done very quickly and make a nice little personalized logo for either your Stream Deck or your Loupedeck. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in helping you decide whether or not you want to get a Loupedeck, or if you just got a Loupedeck and wanted to see what goes into getting it set up. I hope to do some tutorial videos in the future. I really want to dig in and learn, use this on a few different programs and really learn. And if I can, I'll try to teach you all. But you can catch me live on Twitch every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is twitch.tv/goose_gaming. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Hover. Those are all at goose_gaming. You can also follow me on Facebook. That is at Goose Gaming Official. And one more thing, if you all wouldn't mind, please go and hit subscribe. I plan on getting some more content up here just like this very soon. But hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.